Live. We are live. Here I am. I just added myself to the stream. Sorry, running a little late today. Tried to get a quick leg workout in. So Meg and Tyler don't even have the links yet. They'll be joining us, but I wanted to jump in right now. Make sure that we started on time. What's up to my guy, Marquee Music Group? He says, I'm taking the rest of the week off. Y'all have a good run till I get back. We the people keep spread in check. Pick a side spread. All right, well, hey, maybe I'll do that tonight. Everybody don't want to spoil it, right? I mean, gosh. All right, but I'm loving to see you guys here today. RunPureSports.com is the place to be. Your best in daily fantasy and sports gambling information. That's right. Head on over to RunPureSports.com. Use that promo code SPREAD15. 15% off when you become a member. So you too can take advantage of the NBA playbook, up over 40 units on the year. And we're looking to keep that going when we break down these games. Tonight, we have one game only, and hopefully this will be the last time until the conference finals this happens, because you know what? I like it better when we have the bigger slates. Tonight will be the showdown slate, of course, and one game to bet on, but the Golden State Warriors will attempt to bounce back when they host the Los Angeles Lakers. Yet, yes, the evil, the purple and gold scourge upon our side. You know what I was thinking? When I get mad, I don't even see red. I see purple and gold. I see purple and gold. That's how much the Lakers bother me. Man, I apologize for being late. I tried to get a quick workout in. I realized it was 12, and I didn't even finish eating. But Tyler's going to jump on soon. Glad to have you join us. Kurt's out with Rubio. I have no idea what they're doing. But you know what that is? That means more Meg. And I am glad to see you, because I don't know if you've been watching, but I've been taking a beating on the show this week. Now, on Wednesday, to be fair, the chat was nice to me because they knew how troubled I was after the Lakers defeated the Warriors.
I felt so bad for you, Spread. I still
do. But for the most part, I mean, JC, AP, these guys have not been letting me up. So I'm happy to see a friendly face here today. First things first, we're going to talk about how did the NFL draft go for you? And what did you think about that overall? And now are you a little more ready to dive in to the NBA, or does the NFL work just keep going?
Yeah, kind of a little bit of everything, right? NFL draft weekend went well, and that kind of led me right into best ball season. I know for a lot of people it's early. For me, I'm excited. I think each month you can get a little edge. So I'm already in the NFL best ball street, so I'm excited about that, kind of shifting focus there. And that preps me for the NFL season, because when you're doing NFL best ball, like all offseason, May through Labor Day, it really gets you on the pulse of everything and, how things are moving. But with that said, of course, I'm watching the NBA and still, playing. I've been a little frustrated because, obviously some of these blowouts or coaches pulling players, have hurt like either my bets or my lineups. So that's just me whining about the variance of that. Last night being one of them, of course, with the guys getting pulled with 8.5 minutes or something. So a little frustrated, but of course I'm still watching NBA. I'll be watching right up till the end of the season. And then, yeah, it's always NFL season for me too.
Yeah, that hurt me as well last night. I've been crushing player props, but I had a couple that did not go over, and the blowout cost me, in my opinion. But so I was complaining before you jumped on that it's only a one-game slate, but I'm thinking you're going to like that, right? Showdown streets, kind of your specialty.
I do love Showdown.
Yeah, things kind of turned out well with you being the guest today, since it is a showdown slate, and that is kind of a specialty of yours. So I see Tyler backstage. Tyler, are you on? Throw yourself in when you're ready. But we'll dive right in. We'll talk about tonight just a little bit. There is my guy.
Hey, Tyler.
What's up, Tyler? Running a little late today.
I was going to say, I apologize too. I just got back from Virginia. So as you can see, I'm back home in Baltimore, but literally just hit the door and got right in set up. So I'm back though.
Yeah, no, I was expecting Kurt to be here today. So I was feeling, a little nervous.
Is Kurt not joining us?
No, Kurt's with Rubio. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know if they're at the beach. I don't know if they're at the gym. I don't know if they're at the bar. But
I was going to say, does that mean Kurt's in Ohio, or does that mean Rubio's in
Rubio is in Florida, I believe.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they send out a picture from the race?
Oh, that's right.
They're in Tampa.
They're in Tampa. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah. There was a picture of them at the game. That's right. Okay. Totally. Yeah. Now I'm catching up.
But man, I was like, man, I got to get swole. So I did a leg workout right before we jumped on. But that means I'm energetic, Tyler.
I love it.
I'm hey, Tyler, I'm ready to pick a side today. Yeah, let's
boy.
hear the chat.
Oh, boy.
Let's hear the chat today.
Oh, boy. It only took till today for you to pick a side.
Well, good morning to you too, Tyler. How are you this afternoon?
I'm pretty good. Fun to see that you're finally going to tout a side.
Yeah, I mean, only picked like 500 something sides so far this season, but you guys need to side on every single game. I mean, boy, it's like, gosh, it's like woman says, you need to take me out more. You start taking her out more, it's still not enough. You're still screwed. It doesn't. We went out 5 times this week. You still got to go out Saturday night. I see how you guys are. Tyler, what'd you think of the game last night? Pretty boring to me. Got to catch up on my Spanish soap operas.
Yeah, I turned it off about halfway through the third quarter. I mean, the game was over. They were hitting all their threes. Philly looked flat. Looks like they celebrated that MVP win a little bit too much the night before. So there ain't much to take away from that game. So it was a blowout. Can't really nitpick a blowout.
Can I nitpick one thing though? Like, what's your guys' take on like 8.5 minutes left? And again, this is because I wanted props to get there and stuff that we're close. But the 8.5 minute waving the white flag, didn't that feel a little earlier? I mean, it just feels like
not to me. You
No?
got Embiid coming off an injury. You already achieved the goal 1-1. Harden's an older player who's had hamstring issues before in the playoffs. It could have come earlier in my mind. And just a little bit of foreshadowing, Meg.
Yeah.
My game breakdown. That might happen again tonight.
Okay.
With the
All
player
right.
that
Well, then
the
I'll be
whole chat
careful.
and everybody else loves. I wouldn't be surprised to see them wave the white flag, as JC kept bringing up, which is weird. Like, why does it even matter?
What did he keep bringing up?
He goes, "Oh well, LeBron sat in Game 5 with 6 minutes to go," and it's like, wait, this is the issue. I mean, because you know me, I could pick holes in the resume left and right, but that's not something I would choose.
That was called a business decision because you see what happened the next game.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I mean, you have 12 people on your roster for a reason. And I know that, when we're playing fantasies and we're playing these player props, we would like for the players that we play to get more minutes, but that's not always going to be the case. And in fact, that's why some of these overs don't just hit every single night. Right.
Well, can I ask you this, Fred? Because I've heard you have like the generational debate, and I don't know enough really to get in those streets and stuff like that. But I do have to ask, like, because you guys obviously know the nuances of the NBA better than I. I'm a fan, but like a lot more. But Michael Jordan, did they do this kind of rest? Like, did they wave the white flag early? Like, are these kind of generational debates? Did that happen? Because I don't feel like it did, but I don't remember.
It didn't. But let me point out the difference. It's not because these guys were such studs. The difference is the game back then, most of the shots taken were 2-point shots.
Okay.
Which most NBA players, even back then, should around 50% from the field.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't building these huge leads and having these big, huge comebacks like you do now.
Okay.
And I was talking this morning on the wagering world, and I love the 3-point era. Personally, I was saying, for all the old school basketball is better. Is it really better to just watch 2 people post up all day? I don't think so, right? I mean, me, I want my old guys to get their respect, but this brand of basketball is more entertaining to me.
Okay,
but the major drawback is because 3-point shooting variants, blowouts happen so much more often in the playoffs.
Right. It's
so
going, but you're seeing it go both ways, even with like, Lakers got blown out by Memphis last round. So that's. I just was curious. I'm trying to learn and understand, and help with my frustration. So I'm actually asking as like a fan and for you to educate me, because I really was just curious if that.
Yeah.
But
these players are also more injury prone, and in my opinion, that's because the players that I watched in the 80s when I was growing up, they played 3 sports when they were kids. I think that the new NBA players, because you have to choose a sport at like age 10 and specialize in order to be the best in the world now, they're getting repetitive use injuries. So
got it. Okay. These are all good facts. Like this is really good knowledge to have. It's just, go ahead. Sorry, Tyler.
No, I was just going to add on to that. They're playing AAU ball all year. Like, these kids don't get a break from basketball. Like, look at LaMelo, look at Lonzo. Their knees and ankles are gone. Yeah. They haven't played in the league 5 years.
Whereas, players growing up in the 80s, right? Like Danny Ainge, right? You played a ton of baseball, probably spent 50% of the time playing baseball, and in fact was drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. These guys were multiple sports players. Even Wilt Chamberlain, right? Spent a lot of time playing volleyball. Think about it though. Think about if you're on a beach playing volleyball, you're still out there. You're getting the same type of exercise, but you got your feet in the sand, right? I mean, that's way less
working. Yeah, absolutely.
Way less pressure on your knees, on your ankles, on your legs, on your tendons, jumping around on the sand compared to these guys that just spend over and over in the gym. So, Meg, let's get your thoughts. I'm going to do it right today, Tyler. We're going to end with tonight's game last. So let's get Meg, and you can jump in too, of course, Tyler, even though I already know what you're going to say. The Boston Celtics tomorrow night, we already talked about that game a little. But, Meg, when we look forward to tomorrow night, first of all, there's 2 games back there. So, of course, you can choose your showdown. But, it'll be a 2-game slate for most players. The Celtics are -1.5, which surprised me in Philadelphia. It seems to me this is a great spot to bet the Sixers. How do you approach in this game 3, and who are players you're targeting?
You're talking about for tomorrow?
Yeah, we're gonna get we're getting the most out of our money today, Meg. Right, and we do that here at runpuresports.com. Promo code spread15 NBA playbook. 15% off your first month. But no, we're going to make you work. We're going to talk about all the games on the board, and we'll circle around to tonight's game last. See, Tyler, that's how we keep the people watching. You guys want me to give away everything right at the beginning.
Right.
Let's see how it affects viewership today. Meg, so tomorrow night, though, I was surprised to see the Sixers as underdogs.
Yeah, I mean, after last night's performance, I'm still on the Celtics. I mean, I think Celtics are going to win the series. I'm still on the Celtics, even moving to Philly. So I am on the Celtics tomorrow. I'm not that shocked that they're underdogs. So, definitely interested. It's choosing which, and when in the DFS side, it's choosing which stud, right? Because, Brown or Tatum can obviously put up monster numbers. And then these, secondary players are doing, last night was Brogdon, some nights it's Smart, some nights it's White. So, it's kind of just trying to find what might be the right move for that tomorrow. From the Philly side, I've actually liked, using the value of Maxey and Tobias Harris. They would have gotten there last night. Again, don't mean to keep bitching about it, but they would have gotten there had they played a whole game. I can't let it go. I need to let it go. I thought Harris, shots were falling before they pulled him and stuff, but yeah, anyways, that's my take for tomorrow night. I do like Boston. But I'd love to hear Tyler's take, obviously.
Tyler, when we're doing the playbook tomorrow and, you're wanting me to pick a side, what side do you think you'll have chosen before you guys needle me?
Oh, I'll be on Boston. I'll be with Meg. I think they smashed the spot. I'm not betting Philly until I see Embiid's back at 100%.
I thought he looked pretty good yesterday.
He still hindered them a ton. They couldn't defend the 3-point line. That's what's going to happen with him back. They're just going to.
Could they defend the 3-point line in game 1 though?
They did pretty well shooting threes and being able to.
I thought the difference was Boston's defense. They put up 119 in game 1.
Boston's defense was better, but they were just a different offense in game 1 and a different defense in game 1. I don't think it works with Embiid back. I think it
just looked weird last night.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those things that's going to be like, wow, we won game 1 without our superstar, and he came back and we couldn't win a game. So give me Boston minus.
I really don't think that's a big deal.
I think it is.
It just looked bumpy last night. Obviously, I mean, everybody watched it. Rough. It just looked rough. It was
such a smash spot for the Celtics, though.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree with that. But from just the Embiid with the team side, it just looked. There were times it looked like he didn't know if he should kick it back out or post up and take his own shot. It just looked bumpy to me. And
okay, that's fair.
It may take a game or two, or maybe he'll be right back to Mr. MVP. Flopping all over the place tomorrow, but
Meg, you're crushing today's performance, and I'm not just saying that because you're the only guest this week that's been nice to me. You're crushing today.
I'm always nice to you. I'm
unlike
tired
every other guest on the show, Tyler.
When I'm tired, I'm unfiltered, or I'm edgy, and when I'm edgy, I'm unfiltered. So you get the unfiltered Meg.
We'll have to. I'll have to send your friends money to take you out then every Wednesday night. So you're always tired. All right, let's talk to you. I want to get your thoughts. So Boy, on the 2-game slate, it's going to be hard to stay away from Jokic. But I'll be honest, Meg. When these guys are just harassing me to pick a side tomorrow and just, trying to eat from the fruit of the tree that is my basketball knowledge, I think I'm going to be on the Phoenix Suns -3.5 tomorrow night. I think it's a great bounce back spot for them. I feel like we did this in the Sacramento Golden State series, where a team with older players, championship pedigree, loses 2 on the road, and we think the series is over. So I think the Suns are going to bounce back tonight. Wonder if we get a muted performance from Jokic. The thing is, Jokic could actually get there, and my prediction could still come true. Jokic could score 39 and 15, and the Suns could win by 10. What do you think of tomorrow night's game? I'm thinking I'm going to be on the Suns. What are your thoughts?
I was on the Suns game too. I know Tyler knows that because was that the night we had playback, right, Tyler?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so I was on the Suns game too. I'm on the Suns here again. I thought the zigzag spot was going to happen last game. Of course, I'm very impressed with the Nuggets so far. But again, this is a championship pedigree team with a lot of veterans and stars, and I think Durant's going to bounce back. His shooting was horrific in game 2. If he can get that back, then, and it just not just all on Booker's shooting, then I think that if Durant comes back and plays what Kevin Durant can do, then I absolutely believe the Suns can win game 3. And so I'm looking for a Durant and Suns bounce back performance.
Tyler, give them a little sneak peek of tomorrow because they're going to tune in for Man Going anyways. We don't have to worry about giving away too much.
That is true. We got to get our breakdowns in now because
everyone's going to want to do the Westbrook slander
all the time slot tomorrow. So yeah, I think I'm going to be on an island. I mean, maybe Man Going joins me, but I'm taking Denver. I don't mind taking a Phoenix first half. I think this team's cooked. I think the depth is an issue. I don't think KD and Booker can score you 110 points to give you a win here. I do not trust any of the other players around them. CP3 is now out. Ayton looks disinterested in everything that's going on out there. It just doesn't rub me well with what this team looks like. Their owner was on a podcast recently, Spread. He basically said, the Suns owner, basically said he was going to throw shit at the wall until it sticks and he's going to do what he has to do to win. So he was like, I walked in the door with the opportunity to get KD. He's like, I didn't want to trade these guys, but I got KD for the next 3 years. I got Booker for the next 5. They're not worried about this year as much as, we got KD and now we'll make a run. I'm telling you, these guys are looking at next year. They're not worried about this year. They know help's coming in the offseason. They're not going to kill these guys. If they win one game this series, it's right here. They're either losing in 4 or they're losing in 5.
Okay.
You know what, Tyler? The more I look into it, I agree with your assessment that the Durant trade was not made with this year in mind.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
As much as this guy might be impulsive, I'm sure that James Jones explained to him, we're not going to win this year if we do this. We're giving up on this season.
The owner probably looked at James Jones and went, well, we have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker for the next 3 years combined.
Right.
Possibly
and 3-and-D guys are available. And 3-and-D guys, especially ones on what's it called? The mid-level exception. They're more likely to choose places they can win a championship, right?
Look at what's happened around the league before when teams of this have been formed. All these veterans go, well, I'm going to go over there now. We've seen it when Miami formed their super team. It's like,
and we're going to see it down there
Miami.
We're going to see it with the team.
Would it surprise us if Phoenix retools in the next year and it's all right, Chris Paul's gone, Kyrie Irving.
You know what they're going to do, right?
They're going to bring Kyrie in. And then
who they're going to trade for him, right?
CP3.
No, Mr. Disinterested.
They don't have to trade.
They do?
No, they don't. He's a free agent.
Who?
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to fit him under the cap.
Or you're just saying Kyrie's a free agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but to fit him under the cap, they'll do a sign and trade with the Mavs and Mr. Disinterested.
Doesn't CP3's contract end this year?
Maybe.
I think they just swap places. I think it's just all right, he walks out the door, Kyrie walks in.
Let's check in with the chat. We the people, how can you love Westbrook and hate Joker? What's going on there? Please explain. Listen to You Better Relax, bro. Finally, Tyler with the right take. Now, do you mean finally for this game or finally Tyler got something right? You need to expand.
I mean, he was the guy telling me the Warriors were taking game 1. Steve Kerr's 21-3 in game 1. And LeBron's went out and said, fuck all those stats.
Yeah.
AD's here. We're gonna win this game.
Can we stop bringing up traumatic memories, Tyler?
You'll be all right. You'll get your win back tonight.
Yeah, but I'm still worried. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Saturday's game. Meg, I'm really fascinated to hear your thoughts on this one. I feel like this one's really split as far as where people are jumping in. I think it's going to be pretty even with the sharper handicappers that we follow that break down these games, and we just with the public money betting too. The Heat are going to be -3. This is going to take place on Saturday. What do you think of the Heat and the Knicks?
Well, first of all, I'm not on the pulse of a Butler update. What is the Butler update looking like?
Who knows? Because we did a whole show on what day was that, Tyler? Tuesday, expecting Butler to play.
Right.
We went through all the DFS fantasy ideas with Butler in there, and then AP's FaceTiming Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler's walking around, so we're like assuming because he FaceTimed AP that he's going to play, but that didn't happen.
I mean, I have no
idea.
I like Miami. I mean, obviously, I like Miami a lot better if we get confirmation the Butler's playing. But I like Miami. Going back home, like you said, just about the game last night. They're going home 1-1. So I like Miami in the series at this point, and I like Miami first home game back, and hopefully Butler plays.
You like them for the series, huh?
I do.
All right. Tyler, what do you think? Nick's going to get it done down in Miami.
They almost got beat without Butler. I mean,
Yeah,
that was rough.
Right. It's Miami or pass here, and they're probably winning the series. Our guy Travis was probably right all along. I mean, if Tibbs is going to be trapping,
I don't want to hear that.
If Tibbs is going to be trapping Gabe Vincent in corners and forcing these guys to rotate against actual 3-point shooters that can't create a shot on their own, when all you have to do is stay at home on these guys and they won't be able to beat you. Your defensive scheme's flawed to start. You're letting a team of role players stay in the game. Their star's going to return on their home floor. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back to New York 3-1, Miami.
If this NBA postseason ends up just being full of LeBron, Lakers, and Travis Mangone victory laps, Tyler, I'm not going to be a happy camper here.
And Laker wins. It's just a spread nightmare.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like God reminding me that my life can't be that good.
Oh, that's right. Is it Mangone victory lapping because he's the Lakers?
No, he took the Heat. He took the Heat.
Oh, he took the Heat this series, but he was telling us the other night he has a Lakers ticket.
65-1 and 66-1.
Yeah, he's holding on to a big stack there, so he's definitely pulling for the purple and gold.
I'm gonna be that dog meme where it goes, "This is fine," and everything's on fire.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we talk about our partner SaberSim, the optimizer we use? They're sending out all these nice Yeti cups that everyone's getting. Got the logo in there. Got both logos on both sides, and you get 2 cups.
All right, well, let's go to Meg here. Meg, how do you use SaberSim, and how, what's an example of how you might use it tonight? And we can actually just start with the breakdown, but why don't you start with how you'll use SaberSim to break down tonight's game between the Lakers and the Warriors?
Yeah, that's a great question because as a hand builder, I honestly just started using SaberSim recently. So it's like I can see, you know what I mean? Like blind, and now I can see. I've just prided myself as being a hand builder for so long in the DFS world that I never really use. I mean, obviously I use projections. I use ownership projections. I use all the tools and data and that kind of stuff that every DFS player uses, but to have it all right there in the same place in SaberSim is a game changer, I think, even as a hand builder. And so it allow you to be like, I mean, I just enjoyed being like, okay, I like this captain. I'm going to make, X, Y, and Z. It was like a puzzle, literally. And that's for Showdown. And then same for Classic and other slates too. But to be able to have the projections, the ownership projections, all that right in front of you. And then you say, well, I want to lock this captain. I want to lock this player. I want to fade these players. It just gives you such an advantage. This is stuff I was trying to do in my head, or pen to paper, old school. So, I mean, I'm not trying to have I know I sound like a SaberSim commercial, but this is literally, I've only been using it for a few months now. And it's
give me an example of maybe a player you'll lock tonight, a player you'll fade tonight, or a rule that you'll make.
That's a great question. I was just looking up Rubio and Kurt may be hanging out, but they already have the playbook up. So shout out
Good
to,
job,
it looks
man.
like Rubio, who
They probably got it done while they were still coherent.
Yeah, smart.
That's just smart, right? Our guys are thinking ahead, right?
That's
Otherwise,
just good thinking.
Misspellings. And you're like, how do you slur a word when you write it down? But
so I was on the road today, getting back home to Baltimore. So I will be digging in deeper as to like who I'm really interested in captain. But I think they make a great point. I usually lean the studs for captain, but in a slate like this, you could do, like a Wiggins to save money, something like that. So I don't mind doing something like that, like a Wiggins captain to just allow you to get a little bit more, avoid the whole, we talked about this on the playback on Monday, I believe with Mangone, like, deciding, trying to avoid obviously those like dusty, really bench player, like deep bench players. So, I think unless you think it's going to be a massive blowout, you want to try to avoid the bench players, down in the real cheap seats there. So I might take a captain that's not one of the top few just to allow me to avoid that. So I'll say that so far at like my early look stage of the showdown for tonight.
Just talking on those cheapies, Meg, that winning lineup last night, were any of those cheap guys that had that last 8-minute run in that winning lineup?
I don't even think, I'll look.
I don't think so. I was going to say a lot of times, even though all the blowout does is like ruin the ceiling of the good players.
Yes, it definitely
I'm
does.
Because first of all, there wasn't a lot of ownership of those. Who are you talking about? Like Peyton Pritchard's and
I'm just thinking all it takes is one of them guys to show up off the bench. If you got a starter that's
but if they're 2%, they're 2% to begin with, right? So there's already a bad chance of them being in the winning lineup, right? And then of the 2%, the guy's got to nail the other picks.
You got to nail everything else.
So I wasn't in like the big flagship tournament, but the tournament I was in obviously did Brogdon captain, so it was a role player, but it was a role player that was still getting minutes.
During 6 man of the year.
Yeah. I mean, excuse me, it was a bench player, but it was, 6 man of the year. It's a guy who has a big role in this team, not just because it blew out. He just went off last night. So obviously you were able to play a cheaper captain, and then they were able to fill it out. I was just looking at the winner with still Embiid, who had a massive snowflake with 27 fantasy points, Harden, Jaylen Brown, Tobias Harris, and Grant Williams. So, I like to look at, and I know Mangone talks about this, like look at the winner. I mean, it's not like a copy and paste and that's going to work tonight, but looking just to get a different ideas of how you can truly build a winner,
Yeah, I definitely agree. If you want to take a look at that playbook that Meg talked about, of course, runpuresports.com is where you're going to find it. Use that promo code SPREAD15, get 50% off your first month. You'll get advantage to the NBA betting playbook. And then, of course, the DFS playbook, right? But they go hand in hand. You might be able to identify props. You could use Tyler's props to maybe up your projections on certain players. It all goes hand in hand, and we're doing a great job trying to integrate it there at Run Pure. And Tyler, I've even been saying I feel that we navigated the injury news better than a lot of other, really solid NBA handicappers that I follow. But just because we had AP and Travis and these guys on here explaining who was going to get the minutes when we were getting all this wacky injury news all year.
And we learned from the best, our guy JSU on those Up the Lock shows. I mean, guys get rolled out. All of a sudden, he's like, the usage is going here, and here.
Yeah.
There, you look at the box score after the game. He was dead on. He gives you the 3 guys where all that usage goes. So learning from those guys has definitely helped. So tuning into those shows is definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
Of course, the Up to Lock is part of your premium membership at runpuresports.com. The Golden State Warriors are -6.5, Tyler. I know we don't usually go 2 units, but and 1 unit play on the spreadsheet because we pride ourselves in that. I feel like I want to go a little bigger tonight, Tyler. What do you think, man? Can I go big on the Warriors? Are you going to join me?
You should have already been big on the Warriors spread. Now you want to lay 6.5 points. You could have just had a money line parlayed with the Celtics.
I already money line parlayed that yesterday, Tyler.
That should have been that was the hammer spot. I don't want to lay 6.
I already hammered that, Tyler, but I'm not done yet.
I mean, I like the 6.5. I do think they win. I'm worried though that if AD does show up, this becomes a very tight game. I do think the Warriors even up the series here. They know how important it is. I'm going to lean that 6.5, but having the money line parlay to the Celtics already at -115, I'll probably just ride that out for the night. And I think I'm going to zigzag on this total spread. We've seen that.
Wait, hold on. You got to give it. You say I don't pick a side.
I said I was going to lean the 6. I'm already on the Warriors.
Yeah,
I was on the Warriors yesterday, spread.
I know, but I'm saying pick a side -6.5.
I said,
yeah. Where's the chat now? How the chat's so quiet?
I gave them their pick yesterday. Yeah,
right.
so
I agree here. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to point out, the chat. They're not always calling things down the middle, Tyler. There's a little bias. It's like you're the Lakers and I'm the Kings, right? I got to work against every call here. All right, go ahead. You're going to zigzag on the total.
Yeah, spread's favorite thing, interrupting breakdowns. But yeah, back to my breakdown. I'm going to go under on this total. I mean, it barely got up over there in game 1. I think they try and slow it down a bit in game 2. Steph was getting that high pick and roll working well towards the end of game 2 or end of game 1. I think they go back to that early. And if Golden State runs away with it, I think it's similar to last night where you see the guys get pulled early and they're not going to be able to get there on the total. So I'll play the under, lean the 6.5, but having that money line parlay, I'll just ride that out.
I like that.
All right, Meg, you don't have the money line parlay. Like I would think maybe some people in the chat. I guess you're right, Tyler. We do have the most.
I bet she does have a money line parlay because that bet is on the spreadsheet over at the website.
It is on the spreadsheet, exactly.
What website is that, Tyler?
Run for your bets.
How could you become
I read the
a member
spreadsheet
if you're
every
not
night.
already a member?
I read the spreadsheet every night. I love that thing. Yeah, of course I love the sides, the totals, and the props. Yeah, I'm on the Warriors tonight. I spread, I'm always on your side. I am rooting for the Lakers to win this series. I'm just a little over the dynasty.
Wait.
Yes.
Why would you root for the Lakers to win the series?
Because I'm over the dynasty. I'm over it. I'm over it. But I listen, I respect greatness, watching Steph, watching LeBron. I think Lakers will move on. I'm rooting for Lakers to move on. And then
I'm getting hurt here. Tyler, do we only have Lakers fans on this freaking
I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm not a Lakers
But
fan.
you're rooting for them.
It's just nobody wants to hear Draymond screaming at the media that everyone counted him out again, and that
I hate Draymond.
He got to scream at the refs every game and get away with it, and then they won again because they're setting moving screens every play.
Exactly. I hate Draymond. I'm over the dynasty. I'm ready for it to be over. I'm not a Lakers fan. I just think they're going to win. I'm pulling for them to just knock Golden State out, and then I'll be rooting for whoever wins the Suns Denver series, which it's at this point maybe looks like the Nuggets, but
the Nuggets. Okay.
So I'm a Nuggets or Suns fan. I'm not, but I do think Lakers will win this series. But I do see the zigzag spot. Think Golden State will get a win back, at home before they have to go to LA. So like that. And I think you could hit it with the spread or the performance doubles, but yeah, definitely I'm on Golden State as well with you guys.
All right, let's have some fun. I'm going to pull up the prices right now. You were talking about maybe using Andrew Wiggins in the captain. Let's just build a little sample lineup, get to like 3 or 4 players, and then we'll let the viewers fill the rest out.
I was going to try to pull it up on Sabre too, just to help me. Give me a minute.
Okay. So you want to start with Andrew Wiggins? What do you think, Tyler? Who would you like?
I'd like to get Tyler's take too. Yeah.
Are you okay? Can I put Wiggins here in captain, or should we go somewhere else, Tyler?
I don't hate it, but I'm plugging Steph right in.
Yeah, at home he could go new.
Must-win game. Can't go down 2-0 heading back to LA. He's got to play good.
All right, let's put Steph in as captain. Although, Meg, do you think that's going to be too popular?
Doesn't matter. You can get weird other places. You don't have to. The captain spot is not the place you have to. You can get leverage with your captain spot, but you can get leverage other places. So sure.
What about this idea? Our guy, we the people hit Looney at captain.
Yeah, with 20-some rebounds each game. That doesn't hurt.
All right. So let's just start. I guess we can take it out. But I have Steph in captain. Where should I go next, Meg?
Well, I'm on the side that I think I'm always going to lean LeBron of the Lakers stars. So I know it was AD last game, but I'm going to, and then we can find value for the rest of the way. I'm going to go bring it back with LeBron. I think one of the Lakers stars gets there, and I'm going to say it's LeBron today.
That's interesting. I'd rather have AD tonight, especially with them being so close in price. What do you think, Tyler?
I'm playing the AD zigzag theory. I mean, it stood pat the entire playoff run. Big game 1, small game 2, big game 3. So he ain't doing nothing tonight. Give me Braun. And Braun's one of those guys, if they're down 15, you're just going to see him try and just catch up. He's just going to stab Pat for you towards the end before he gets pulled.
Exactly. Love it. That's exactly how I feel.
Meg, where am I going for value here? A little Moses Moody.
Let's see, I'm running a Sabre right now. And then I'm also, what's your guys' take on Dennis Schroeder? Do you think he'll get enough minutes at 4,200?
He's a solid play. He's made himself better defensively because the Warriors are a smaller team. They don't have to worry about him getting abused for size, and he provides the extra playmaking so LeBron doesn't have to do it every play. I think Schroeder's a great play.
Yeah, Schroeder is going to be my first value play. We may need a couple.
Okay. Tyler, what else do we got? Let's throw one more guy in there.
I'm going to throw a long ball out there, Meg. I think this could be one that wins you something. Okay. What about the other Green? What about JaMychal Green?
Ooh, now there's where you get low ownership.
You've seen him in the corner shooting some threes. They spread the floor with him. If this team just so happens to get out there and it's like, maybe we're a little out of rhythm, we're not making our shots, they're hanging around a little better, but we're getting this pick and roll working. These guys just aren't making our shots. They drop him in the game. He goes and hangs out in the corner. We've seen the Lakers, they'll leave him open. They'll live with him shooting the ball. He drops in a couple of threes for you. That could be big. Grabs you a couple rebounds. I don't know his price, but he's got to be dirt cheap.
Looks like 1,800, I believe.
And that's got to let you stuff all the other big guys in that lineup too. So
yeah, and spoiler alert, if you're not a Run Pure subscriber, you'll see the whole entire Showdown playbook. But Ruby and Kurt, before they went and got after it and doing whatever they're doing, having fun tonight, got the playbook up, and JaMychal Green is one of the cheapies listed for good value. So I really like that. And that's a type of guy that I'm sure you're getting under 10% ownership. So again, you have a chalkier captain, no big deal. You can get unique other places. Just like people were with Grant Williams last night. So
there you have it. And to have fun, and you want to start using that tool too. Of course, Sabre Sim's available for the members of runpuresports.com. The playbook available for members of runpuresports.com. Head on over. Become a member, join the fun, jump in the Discord. Really, other than Mikey being a part of the website, there's nothing really negative to say about it. So I can't endorse it enough. Tyler, props for tonight's game. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I don't hate the Steph props, but I'm not going to play many props in this game spread. We all look at this game. It's a must-win for Golden State. Do we really want to sit here and play all the props like we did last night in the Boston game and watch Boston just steamroll them and none of the props got home? I think one guy got home on his props last night for Boston. Nobody got home for Philly. So, I'm not going to play very many props here, but if I'm playing anything, it'd be Steph. I just think he's the guy that leads them to victory tonight, shoots a ton of threes, scores a bunch of points. Don't hate the rebound prop you've been on a lot here, spread, because they do box out and let him grab them and just run the offense from the go. So he'd be the only guy I'd be looking at props here.
All right, I do like Steph Curry over on rebound. Let's talk about something, Tyler. So yesterday, you're right, because I do rely on Tyler more than we let on. I said, Tyler, help me out with some props, right? And you gave me LeBron over rebounds and assists, right? But on Bet Online, they didn't have that, right? So I went to write it up as points, rebounds, and assists, right? But then when I looked, to do the game log and throw out the statistics and information there, it was never getting home. Because his point total, he's not putting up a lot of points. So even though the rebounds and assists combined was getting there a lot of nights, the PRA was not getting there. If we think it could be a blowout, we think LeBron, would be the first one to get some rest if Darvin Ham does wave that white flag. What about an under 41.5 on the points, rebounds, and assists? And Tyler, before you think I'm crazy, he's gone under this total in the last 3 games, and he's only averaging for the playoffs just 37.2. So this number is set 4 points higher than his playoff average. Will you join me in being the ultimate hater and playing an under on LeBron?
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think that he could definitely go under that here. 41.5. He's probably got to get you right around 25 to 30 points to get that home. So unless he's stat padding later, this game's close. I don't see it getting there.
Can I go ahead and give out another one that you pointed me to, right? So I don't want to say I was the originator here, but I did do more research after you gave it to me. Can I give out one more of those, Tyler? Or do you want to keep it a secret?
No, go for it, Spread.
All right. The other one that Tyler, why does it not want to give me? Okay. The other one that Tyler gave me yesterday, and I thought was fantastic. And then when I did the research to write it up, it just kept seeming more and more obvious. AD over 2.5 assists, right? He's gone over the last 2 games against the Warriors, and against the Warriors, he's averaging 5.5 assists per game. And we talked about this yesterday, Tyler, and you were the one who really told me they've decided to double team. We went on this. AP looked it up, right? Because we did this in game 1, right?
Yep.
And it cashed. But here's the thing: everybody's running to play AD props, right? One of the things I'll take the L on for my little breakdown on Tuesday, which you guys forced out of me, not in a friendly manner either. Really a lot of pressure. But I said that Kevon Looney was going to be able to hold up against Anthony Davis. And that didn't turn out to be true at all. Everyone's going to rush to play these AD props, but they're going to play points and they're going to play rebounds, right? I think the assist is kind of the untapped one, as it hasn't got artificially inflated by people betting the number up.
Did you see how quick he was to cut me off earlier, Meg, when I said I leaned the Warriors? He's like, you didn't take a side. Then he's like, everyone bullied me because I didn't take a side. I feel sad. I got bullied on the show on Tuesday into a side. Come on, Spread. We're better than that. Don't be a West Coast softie.
A West Coast softie. I love your guys'
That's
dynamic.
what we're doing, huh?
Yeah. I love it. I love your guys' dynamic.
You just made the list.
Oh, there it is.
I figured I was at the top of the
Great
list.
gift.
I figured I was at the top of the list and at the March Madness party.
Never. You'll never be on the list, Tyler.
Aww.
Tyler, never. I'm just kidding. I would never murder anybody. These are all unfounded rumors. Gosh,
Pretty
what
big
other
river behind you to dump them in, Spread.
Yeah, we like the Steph over 5.5 rebounds too, huh?
Yeah, I don't mind that play here.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think about Looney rebounds? Do you think just keep pushing it? Do you think he keeps doing it?
Isn't it pretty high? Isn't it like 13.5 or 14.5?
Yeah, I mean, but he's just grabbing them. So
he's grabbing 20.
If I'm getting him at minus 110, I mean, I'm gonna play it. But if it's juiced, I'm not betting it with like over minus 125.
All right, I'll look it up right now. I remember I was gonna write that one up earlier, and it just felt like they had juiced it so high. I felt like you're chasing it late, right? Anyways, boy, they changed the font on Bet Online. You know what's funny is like the fonts aren't necessarily better, but when you change a font, it does, like, your brain thinks it's better.
Right. If you played DFS on DK in the last few days,
yeah.
Has your app updated on your phone?
No.
It's completely different now, Meg.
I usually play it on desktop.
You guys app different? I don't know if I've done the app update. I mean, yeah, I've been on my phone, DK on my phone.
Yeah, the whole DFS thing is different now. Like when the lobbies start, like the way it's lined up in there.
Maybe I need to do an update. It looks the same to me, so I might need to like just push an update or something.
Excellent. I already got that Steph prop in there. All right, Tyler. Anything more we want to give the people here before we get out of here?
Nope. I think that's it for me, Spread. I think we touched on everything. We'll be back tomorrow with Travis to talk about the games and another hour and a half in.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have plenty of work lined up to do.
I'm going to have some earplugs because I don't want to hear his Heat victory lap.
Oh, bro, it's going to be disgusting.
Is the only thing he's really victory lapping is Lakers and Heat? Is that the
More just
yeah, but that's like 50% of the series.
Yes, that is true.
It's going to be over half the show. I guess we're not done yet, though, right? We got to give the people something, right? They're going to head on over to runpuresports.com. They're going to become a member. We're going to give them best bet. Oh, one other thing, Tyler. They got to hit that thumbs up.
Oh, for sure. Definitely got to hit the thumbs up. Got to hit the thumbs up, get the algorithm going, get the video built more into the YouTube. I'm not really sure how that algorithm works, but I know that thumbs up pushes us up the chart. So definitely give us that thumbs up if you want to stay around.
All right. What's your best bet for the day? Tyler, side, total, or prop?
I'm going to go with a little parlay spread. Give me the Warriors money line and under 227. That gives you plus 160.
Look at you. I like it. Meg, what do you got for us?
Since it's one game, can I get can I do what I did last time? My same game parlay I gave last week missed by one leg. It was so. Can I give an SGP?
Fire away,
Whatever you
Meg.
want, Meg. We're here for it.
Well, Tyler knows, and you know this too. Spread with NBA's playoffs. I missed a threes bet by 1-3. Tobias Harris 3. So if he would have stayed in, I really feel like he would have gotten it. That's again still bitching and complaining about that. About being pulled 8.5 minutes, but. So I'm going to go back to the threes bet. You know, you feel safe with like a Clay, Steph, 5 threes. Let's throw in a LeBron 3 threes at plus odds. You get plus.
Let's not do that. Can we choose someone else? He's like 6 of 48 from behind the arc.
But he's still shooting. He's still shooting. Like the special
10%.
Well, yeah, but he's 7, 9, 5, 8 attempts the last couple games. If a couple of these go down and he has to go into hero mode playing from behind, all right. It's just what I'm feeling tonight.
That's what you're.
It's plus 5 now. You're getting basically 6-1 odds for rooting for 3 stars that are. You like it? Okay.
We the people's with you.
Okay, he's going to go into hero mode if they're playing from as behind as we think he is. So.
All right. Not to be confused with My Hero Academia. All right. The moment you guys have all been waiting for. I'm going to pick a side. Lay the points. Warriors all day. They're going to crush tonight. And I'm still going to be worried about the series. Just like I don't feel that Boston crushing last night. Really, I still think Philadelphia's got a great chance there as well. So that's it for me. That's it for us here at runpuresports.com. Of course, head on over, take advantage of that NBA playbook, up over 40 units on the year, and we will continue to crush. Meg, it's that time. There's no Kurt here to steal the spotlight. Your words of wisdom.
Oh, geez. I kind of like when Kurt steals the spotlight because he
does a pretty good job.
I mean, he entertains the people so much. So there's no way I can ever live up to Kurt's words of wisdom. But anyways, I'm just getting back in the groove. But I mean, again, I gave you a couple little nuggets from the Showdown playbook. If you want that Showdown playbook, please use spread 15, Tyler 15, or Meg 15, any one of us, and get that yourself 15% off because the Showdown playbook, we're getting more into the 1 game sample sizes. And these guys are turning out, even if they got big plans tonight, they get the playbook out early. And that way you can get your winners in for Showdown. So get that access to the Showdown playbook and get some winners on Showdown too.